It is better to be kind than to be right. This saying comes from my heavenly stepmother, who taught my family about the power of kindness and how kindness can heal. One person truly can make a difference in a household and in someone's life. Usually, no one gives awards of who is the most kind or who is the most loving, who's the most charitable. Those are acts and those are scenes that usually go unnoticed. But simple and small acts, such things of those, especially by a heavenly stepmother, create and foster something grand, something perfect, something that brings peace. And I just want to talk about my stepmother and how her actions and her heavenly award and her kindness brought my family back together. Now, one thing you got to know about my family is very competitive, and sometimes that leads to contention and division in our household. It leads to intense arguments that sometimes ends in sweat, blood, and tears. I think all of us had moments in our lives as you watch your children, or you are the son and the daughter, arguing with your sister or your brother, and sometimes we go astray. But before I get into my heavenly stepmother and the wonderful attribute that she has of kindness, I want to ask you some questions. Some questions that I want you to think and ponder about. Now, have you ever tried to argue with someone that is really kind? As someone that is pure-hearted? The answer you're probably looking for is probably no. It's because they never put themselves in that situation, because they remember what's most important. So my family, we were all sitting around the dinner table ready to play a game. And in my family, it is very competitive. I said it's all about winning, and whoever wins has the bragging rights of that night. They can boast, they can, poke at other people and agitate them a little bit. And so we began to play this game. And the game usually starts with laughter, with joy, and excitement, because we're all glad to be with each other. And then slowly, as the game starts to progress and the game starts to go on, everyone starts to focus a little more. They start to get engaged. And the people that run to the kitchen, we don't run to the kitchen anymore. We see what other players are doing and their reactions and their emotions. And so when it gets to those final moments, we see who's going to win and who's going to lose, who's going to take it home. And then this is when people start accusing each other of cheating. You did this, and the arguments started going across the table, or why did you do this? You're teaming up with each other, and a bunch of different things go on. And above all, when people know they're not going to win, all of a sudden they start to help other people win, so certain people don't win. And eventually the winner will be crowned at the very end. And in this certain game, someone actually helped someone else win. And because of that, it caused, like I said, a competitive edge, that contention in our family. And so I could probably be at blame or fault with this. And I started, to make sharp comments and start to make quick jabs at people and different things of that nature. And my stepmother, she came out, and I remember her saying this to me. She says, "Okay, you won. You're the winner. I don't care. You won." And, as someone being competitive, like, oh, I do care. And she just simply said, you won. I don't care. I had pretty much a good time while she was staying. And the purpose of why she did this was she understood that me coming at someone or arguing or bringing that contention in our house was not the motive of playing the game. It was never about winning or losing, but bringing our family together. And, It's those simple acts of kindness. And I couldn't come back at her, couldn't argue with her. It's because she was smiling, she had so much joy, and she just wanted the best for all of us. And so that made me quiet, that made other people realize that, the bigger picture and everything. And so I just want you to remember a couple of things from my stepmom. It is better to be kind than to be right. And because of that, you will be in the same situation where you get in an argument, where someone aggravates, offends you, or does something, and you can remember that if you're kind, that it won't escalate, it won't go anywhere, that you have control over the positive outcomes in your life. And I'm so blessed to have such a wonderful stepmom. And, that was just a little example of what she did. But we've gone through some different things in our family, and because of her kindness and the charitable heart that she has truly healed our family and shown us the bigger picture and what truly matters. And that is becoming something as Christ is. And that's what she is, and that's what she's created up. And so remember that the kindness, it kills all the bad things away. That kindness creates and fosters something grand and something pure.